Speaking of the Democrats, both Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders are holding campaign events here in New York today. Clinton and Sanders are battling for the 247 delegates in that state.
A total of 2,383 delegates are needed to win the nomination. Secretary Clinton leads Sanders by 696 delegates, but if you take away her superdelegate, she only leads by 258 pledged delegates. Meanwhile, Sanders is hoping for momentum from his last 7 wins. He hopes that they can carry him over to the next primary. Both the Vermont senator and Clinton campaigned in New York over the weekend.
Remember, this is Secretary Clinton's adopted home state. This is what... It's not a crime. I just made that point, you know.
The sooner I can become the nominee, I can turn and unify the Democratic Party like I did with President Obama back in 2008.
Nancy Cordes is here with us now from Washington. Great to see you, Nancy. As you know, all eyes are on New York. In the latest poll, Clinton is ahead of Sanders by 16 points. Despite that, can Sanders pull off an upset in this highly competitive race?
He could. He has certainly come from behind before. The difference in New York is, it is the state that Clinton represented for 8 years, and she has been going around the state reminding voters of how much they liked her when she was the senator from New York. She's also put a significant amount of time and resources into New York. So this is not a situation like we've seen before where she has essentially conceded a state to Sanders and left a few days early, and he kind of had the run of the place. That is not going to be the case in New York, where she's airing a new ad just this morning against Donald Trump, arguing that she would be tougher on Trump than anybody else. And finally, I think the point that has to be made is even if Sanders were to pull off a come-from-behind victory in New York, it doesn't really matter much unless he were to win 60, 70, 75% of the vote, because he needs to start pulling way ahead of Clinton in these contests if he wants to catch up to her in the delegate count.
Nancy, I don't know if you agree. This might be the first time in a while that the drama with the Democrats is overshadowing what's happening with the Republicans. And as you point out, Bernie Sanders is putting the pressure on Hillary Clinton. He's questioning her judgment on Sunday talk shows. It doesn't appear that he's fully walked back those claims that she isn't qualified to be president. I mean, he says that it's all over, but he hasn't been as forceful. Is that your take on it as well?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's hard once you've said something like that to take it back and say, well, actually, I didn't mean it. She is qualified. So what he is saying now is that, yes, she has the experience to be president. He took a lot of heat for saying that the Democratic frontrunner is point blank unqualified. But he says that in very key instances, she has appeared to lack the judgment to be president. And he's talking about her vote for the Iraq War. He's talking about her support for some trade deals that he says have led to massive job losses. So he's certainly keeping the heat on Clinton and keeping the heat, for that matter, on her husband, the former president. He said this weekend that President Clinton has to apologize for some comments that he made last week when he was defending his wife. So Sanders is sending a message to the Clintons, hey, don't turn the full force of the Clinton machine on me and think that you're going to get away with it, because I'm now ready to start punching back.
All right, Nancy Cordes for us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.